Hey guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel and to another Plan with me. So I'm using the November mystery kit from Scribble Co for this week. It's like a really pretty like pinky like planner kit. Because I was still filming for February, this is for the week of February 18th through the 24th, by the way. Because this was still in February, I still wanted to keep up with the pink theme because I feel like that's what I tend to do with February. I tend to keep February as literally as pink as possible, purely just because, Valentine's Day, I don't know. I like to keep it as pink as possible. So that is why we are using this kit, and like there's flowers in it and I thought it was really pretty. So I think I also used some Simply Gilded washi that is part of the, I want to say Teresa Collins collab. I'm not 100% sure. It's the Marble. Oh my god, I almost said Marvel. Okay, Marvel though. Anyway, not gonna talk about it. It's the Marvel. Oh my god, I can't. Marble washi that has the gold bows on it. So I am just putting that down as well as the washi and the full boxes, and then I believe I used glitter. I use glitter headers. Yes, Lindsay. Oh my god. Okay. I literally just woke up. Preface for you guys, literally just woke up. So my brain is like, what the hell are you talking about? I used foil overlays from Scribble Co. And I believe it was just Scribble Co. I don't believe I used any other overlays. Yes, words are hard. I also did not open my planner to this week, so I can't really look at it. So I'm going to open that really quickly because I'm a dummy. Okay, first thing that I'm going to talk about, Marvel was one of them, but I have something more pressing. The new Erin Condrens. So they got, I don't know if they got released or if they're on sale yet, but I know that Andrea and Elle from Glam Planner both uploaded like their videos about it. And oh my god. I'm kind of excited, kind of not for it. Like, I like what they did. I like that it's still very neutral, but I don't like the rounded corners. Like, whose idea was that? Why the rounded corners? Like, seriously. But I'm excited to still hopefully be able to use it. I already white out my whole entire bottom washi section anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Andrea from Scribble Co. She did a whole like overview on the vertical neutral, which is the same planner that I use, and it's the planner that most planner people use. So yeah, we're just putting down the deco right now. I'm excited still to kind of see what it is and to see how it turns out. Little nervous, but it's all learning curve. We were nervous with this planner, and here we are. We have the learning curve. We're good. So yeah. Okay, moving on to my sidebar. I left my sidebar like normal. It's pretty basic. I did use a normal like pink bow for the sidebar for the 5mm, just because I didn't have a 5mm for that marble one because it was part of the collab, and in that collab that was like the main washi within it. So left that pretty basic. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about because I know we're gonna get on to the like actual planning in literally a couple seconds. Okay, Marvel. I finally saw Endgame. Not gonna spoil it for anyone. Not even gonna say anything about it. But like, oh my god, Marvel. Like my emotions with Marvel. Oh my gosh, I can't. I can't with it. Like I can't. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. You need to watch it. Like my heart could not handle that. Okay, I think we're finally moving on to Monday. I'm flipping through a bunch of like sheets for some reason. Don't know what I'm looking for. I think I filmed this on 2 different days, and that's probably why I was like flipping through it. Also, okay, really quickly, I painted my nails, no joke. The next day at work, I had all of the little like chips that are on my nails right now. Those all happened one day at work. That's all it took, and that was how bad that day was. It was insane. It was a crazy busy day, but that's fine. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. So on Monday, I put down a piece of washi, and then I took a script from Scribble Co. This is the like holiday script that is written in Jessica's handwriting. Because it was President's Day, I'm not like a big like President's Day. Like I really don't care. It's not like a crazy big holiday, but I do still like to mark holidays that we have the scripts for, just because, I mean, I have the scripts, so I might as well use them. Ooh, oh my gosh. Ooh, that's exciting. So I will get to that eventually. But yeah, so we have the President's Day at the top. Underneath that, I used a little munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that I needed to wash my sheets. Really quickly, if you guys are ever curious, everything, if I don't mention something, everything will be linked down below for my characters, pen that I use, any of my tools and stuff like that. It's always linked down below in the description box. But yeah, so I used that little munchkin to mark that I needed to wash my sheets. I then used a little Morrow from Paper and Milk to mark a YouTube binge. I tend to go on like a bunch of YouTube binges like pretty frequently, honestly. I don't know. I feel like when I'm home I need like some kind of background noise, so it's like YouTube binge or Netflix binge, and like I'm actually like kind of paying attention to it, kind of not, but I go through so many episodes and like videos, it's kind of ridiculous. So yeah. Anyway, I then used a little filming slate and a film script from Magic Prince Co. to mark that I did some filming. Down at the bottom, I used a lolly and pop to mark that I needed to clean out my clothing drawers, which sounds a little weird, but I have, lolly and pop is from Glam Planner, by the way. I have drawers underneath my bed, and I have a bunch of clothes in there, and I needed to clean out that because it got to the point where I couldn't even open them. It was pretty bad. I then put down a half box and an oh my gosh munchkin because, guys, I got a tattoo. Like, what? I never thought I would get a tattoo. I was one of those people who was like, no, I don't need one. I will never get one. It's fine. And then I was like, no, I kind of want one. So if anyone's curious, I got a tattoo. It's on my collarbone, or like right underneath my collarbone, not exactly on it. It is a script, and it says walk in courage. It stands for a longer quote that I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it like that, walk in courage. But that is what it says. It's a very tiny tattoo. It's not the biggest tattoo, like not like super tiny, like you can see it obviously, but like it's nothing crazy, it's nothing major. But like for me to get a tattoo is like insane. Legit, never ever ever considered getting a tattoo. And I think I've like surprised my sister when I was like, okay, can you make an appointment for this? Because I want to get one. But yeah, so I finally got a tattoo on this day. It was super exciting. I was super nervous. It didn't actually hurt very much at all. I don't know if that's purely because it was my first tattoo or if it's because like I got a little bit of chub up there. I mean, I don't have a lot. Like it hit my collarbone and like my bones right there. But like it didn't hurt at all. So it hurt a little bit. It hurt when he hit my bone. But other than that, totally fine. But yeah, I got a tattoo, which was exciting. And then underneath that, I took a little emoji from the Coffee Monsters code to mark Juice It Up because we went to Juice It Up afterward. We were gonna go to, I think my sister was trying to get boba, but they closed or something like that. So we ended up just going to Juice It Up after and called it a night. I believe that's what we did. I know we went to Juice It Up, but I think that's why we went to Juice It Up because we don't usually go to Juice It Up. So that's what we did. We're struggling right here, aren't we, filming Lindsay? Filming Lindsay's struggling, trying to figure out what she's doing with her life right now. But anyway, that is Monday. Super exciting. Yeah, really exciting thing that I finally did. Moving on to Tuesday. So right now I'm putting down a 5mm piece of washi because I had only a couple things to mark and there was a lot of extra room and I didn't want to use a half box down at the bottom. So that was why I put the 5mm washi down there and then I put the quarter box on top of it. So first thing that I put down is the work schedule because obviously I do work on Tuesdays. I work every day usually but Monday and Wednesday. And then I put down an icon from the kit to mark that I needed to wash my costume. I haven't gotten any questions about this recently, but if anyone's curious, my costume is my work uniform. We just call it a costume. That is the way that work has already, like, always told us to call it. So it's, like, ingrained in my brain. It's a costume. So, yeah. I then put underneath that a little emoji with a taco. I didn't have tacos, but we went to Chipotle for lunch. And sorry, we struggling a little. And I didn't have tacos, but like I didn't have another like emoji or character sticker that I wanted to use. So I was like, you know what? I don't use tacos very much. We're gonna use the taco one. And because like it's technically Mexican food, it's like American Mexican food. Yeah, it's not really Mexican food. But They sell tacos, so it's fine. I then used a gold rounded car icon to mark that I needed to clean out my car. We always gotta clean out my car, honestly. That's what it feels like. I'm not a messy person. I just feel like I tend to leave stuff in there and then I forget about it. I then used a little coffee cup that is from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark a Starbucks run. Underneath that, I used a face palm munchkin because I had a really boring day at work. And I've mentioned this before, I mark like the different days that I have at work purely just because like I like to know how boring it is or how insane it is or how busy it is. And when it's boring, your shifts go by so slow. Like you literally have nothing to do. It's bad. And then underneath that, like I said, I put down that 5mm washi, just kind of take up some space. And then I used a quarter box and a Celeste eating pizza to mark Pizza Press with Eliza because, oh my god, Pizza Press is the best thing ever. Legit, like, best thing ever. I love Pizza Press. We are into the time, I know, like, this is late, but, like, the time that we are at, oh my god, I'm so behind on Plan With Me's, too. I'm working on it, guys. I'm sorry. But the time, like, that we are at right now, in like normal present day, we are getting into grad night, so I'm like, no Pizza Press. We're never allowed to get Pizza Press again. So yeah, that is it for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday. So I literally wrote down for Tuesday, or not Tuesday, Wednesday, super lazy day. That's literally what I wrote. So I kind of went a little crazy with the lazy day this time. So I put a piece of washi down. I also struggled a lot trying to put this down. Like I was struggling hardcore with this. I couldn't get the washi to go down straight. And then when I finally put down like the lazy day, it was crooked. And like the girl that I used was crooked. So what I did was I took a lolly and pop with like the no bra because I don't use these very often. I don't really have a use for them. But I used her and I put her down, and then the lazy day is from Planner Resque, and I like put that down. It was crooked. Put it down again. It was still crooked. I struggled hardcore with this, and then later on, I went back to my planner and I was like, this lolly and pop is literally sticking up, and I could not for the life of me get it back down. So I had to waste that sticker because it kept popping back up, and it would not stay. So yeah, that happens. I then, when I was filling this out, so you guys are gonna see me put down a munchkin, or not a munchkin, an emoji on a laptop. Because the way I wrote this down to like plan it out was I actually wrote YouTube binge first and then play Sims, but I didn't want the two lolly and pops next to each other. And dummy that I am, when I started filling it out, I wrote YouTube binge in the place where the computer was. And then I was like, well, I can't put Sims with Lolly because she literally has a YouTube like play button. So I couldn't do that. I think this is also, yeah, where I cut myself off because I had to go help with something really quickly. Are you going to fill this out completely off camera? Okay, kind of. Can you move it? There we go. There we go. So yeah, as you guys can see right now, I'm currently like writing YouTube binge, and I like had to switch the two characters, and I was so upset about it because the dummy that I was just paying attention to the planner that I had written everything in, and not like what I was actually doing on like my actual planners. So by that point, I was like, I already wrote it in. We're gonna leave it. So I switched both of those characters. So technically now Lolly and Pop is for the YouTube binge, and then underneath that I put the emoji there for, yep, here I am switching it. I put the emoji there to mark that I played The Sims all day. I actually ended up having, so I had nothing to do on this day, which is pretty normal on my days off because I actually plan on not doing anything on most of my days off because I'm so tired. I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to sleep. Some days I do actually go do stuff, but others I'm like, no, I'm good. So on this day, I played The Sims all day, and then at the end of the night, for some reason, I started getting really, really, really bad pains that went all the way from my lower, like, right hand side of my back all the way down my right leg to my feet, and it would be like spasms. And I'm pretty positive it's sciatica because that's what it literally is what it felt like. That's what it was. I could not move for the life of me. I was in so much pain, and it flared up on this night. So underneath the emoji, I used a munchkin to mark a Walgreens run. I then used a half box and a little Wonton in a Million yoga girl, or yoga girl, wow, yoga is steamy, I believe, to mark a long meditation session. And then after that, I used a Once More with Love little F you, Munchkin to mark that sciatica sucks, because it literally does. It sucks so bad. It's so painful. And I could not move for the life of me. Like, legit, the only thing that was comfortable for me was laying down. I could not stand. Like, standing was okay, but eventually you got tired of standing, and like I couldn't put all my weight on my right leg. And then sitting, I couldn't even bend. I couldn't use the restroom. Little TMI probably, but I couldn't sit. Nothing. It was so bad. Moving on to Thursday. So Thursday, I was still in a lot of pain, and I was actually supposed to have a lead meeting on this day at work. Yeah, that didn't happen because I was in so much pain. So the first thing I did was I put down my work schedule. I then used a piece of washi and the Yay It's Payday sticker from Magic Prints Co. to obviously mark my payday. I used a munchkin laying on like a pillow to mark that I woke up in pain. I was in so much pain. I had so many like pain medicines in me. Also, like, I was taking medicine. I had oh, what is it called? Little patches. I can't think of what they're called. Oh crap. I can't think of what it's called. But I had like patches on my back to help with the pain. I had like a heating pad. I had so many different things to try to help with the pain, and it was bad. Like, I was to the point where I almost cried because I could barely even walk. Like, it was so bad. It hurt so bad. So yeah, I then used a little phone icon from the kit to mark that I needed to call Mandy. She's one of our managers. So I had to call the office and then call, like, have them call me because of the lead meeting. I didn't want to call out because we had a meeting that day, but I had to, because if I called out with that meeting, it would have looked really bad. So that's why I had to have them call me, and I had to explain the whole situation. And then she had taken me off the schedule for this day, and then I had to call out the next day. So yeah, I ended up missing a meeting. Have no idea what happened in the meeting because I never actually got followed up on it. I even asked a couple times about it, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we'll tell you," and I never got told. But anyway, not important. But yeah, so I had to call. Yeah, I had to call Mandy because I had to call her and tell her what was happening, stuff like that, because she is my manager, one of my managers. I have multiple managers. And then moving down to the bottom part of the day, I used a quarter box and the munchkin from the kit to mark the meeting at 2 o'clock. I ended up putting a little nope like sticker over the top of it because it did not happen, obviously. I did not go to my meeting. So that was why I put the nope there, but I still wanted to put it there because I technically was supposed to have a meeting that day. So yeah, I put that there. I then used one of those dramatic munchkins that says simply cannot. I cut off the I simply cannot, but I used this to mark that I was essentially on bed rest because I physically could not move. Could not move for the life of me. Like, legit couldn't move at all. Nope, nothing. Like, I was stuck. So I used that to mark that I was on bed rest. And then I had a movie night because obviously couldn't move, so I used a munchkin with like a popcorn and like a soda to mark that. Technically it's like a movie theater munchkin, but I mean, I think it works for movie night. Even though it was a movie night at home, I think it still worked. So yeah, that was it for Thursday. Sciatica sucks. We're gonna keep saying that because it really does. Like, this week started out really good, and then over time it's just like, nah. We're gonna put you in pain. You got a tattoo? Okay, here's all the pain. So yeah, honestly, like, part of me was like, crap, like, this is me being very naive about tattoos too. I was like, is this because I got the tattoo? Is this like some weird pain that like radiates from one side of the body and then to the other? Like, I legit was like thinking that, but I was like, no, Lindsay, you're just being stupid. Stop thinking that. Like, that was my initial reaction of it. But yeah, we eventually got it. Okay, we are not in focus. Wow. Okay. But yeah, the sciatica eventually went away. Over time, it took a lot, but we eventually got there. Moving on to Friday. So, I actually put this down first without realizing I didn't put down my work label. So I have to, adjust everything. So I have the work label. And then I put down a bill due because I did have a bill due on that day. Pretty self-explanatory. We're just struggling we're just struggling trying to put everything down. This is what I don't know why I keep forgetting my work schedule. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I keep forgetting my work schedule, and I don't know why. I really don't. Sorry, I'm texting someone back. I probably should not be doing that during a voiceover, but I got distracted. Okay. Anyway, wow. Now I lost my train of thought. This is why we can't have nice things, Lindsay. Oh my gosh, my brain today. Okay, so present Lindsay was actually off yesterday, and I did all this filming and stuff like that yesterday, but the day before I worked until 3 a.m., so I did not get home or go to sleep until 5 a.m., and then I didn't wake up until like 2, and then last night I couldn't sleep, so like I had to wake up early to try to go to work. I'm also technically supposed to be getting ready for work right now, but instead I'm doing this. So yeah, that's a thing. We're probably gonna be a little late for work, but it's okay. It's fine. This is more important. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like so discombobulated essentially right now. Like I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm so like lost and my brain is so scatterbrained. Anyway, we put the work label down. Then we had the bill due for my bill due. I then put down a little munchkin with a phone and to mark that I needed a call scheduling. Technically that's like a FaceTiming munchkin, or not munchkin, emoji. But it was pink and it matched. And then I used a lolly and pop to mark that I played The Sims because, when you're stuck at home, can't move, and can't do anything, you might as well just play The Sims. So, yeah. I then use a Whimsical Cat Studio girl with a little YouTube play button to mark a Plan With Me binge. Usually when I play The Sims, I have something playing, whether it's movies or like a TV show or YouTube. Usually it's like YouTube or a TV show. But I usually have some kind of binge when I am playing The Sims also. I then use a little fancy label and a munchkin that's like crying to mark so much pain, because so much pain. Could not move still for the life of me. Underneath that, I used a little Celeste with a piece of washi. This is actually from the kit, and I used that to mark the start of the Simply Gilded pre-sale. I did not make my order on this day. I made my order actually the couple days after this, but this was the first day of the Simply Gilded pre-sale, and I wanted to mark that just because it was the first day of it. And then I used a little munchkin. I did cut off the snooze on the munchkin, but it's like a munchkin laying in bed to mark that I fell asleep early, because I literally was doing nothing and I was already in bed, so I was like, we're just gonna fall asleep early, and that was pretty much how it went. So yeah, that is it for Friday. Pretty simple. Literally couldn't do anything because of pain, and yeah, it's great. Okay, Saturday and Sunday, first thing I did was I put down the work labels. Okay, camera, you are not in focus again. There we go. We in focus. But yeah, I put down my 2 work labels. At least I remembered this time. But I also realized that my work labels, I think I switched them, or did I not? I did switch them. So originally that tan one was supposed to be on the Saturday, and then I switched them. So on the Saturday, the first thing I took was a little washing machine icon from Magic Prince Co. to mark that I needed to wash my costume. Again, I wear the same 3 costumes over and over again because I work for the most part the same location all the time. So that is why I have to wash my costumes pretty frequently. It's either that or I go to costuming and get a new costume, and I'm like, nah, that's a lot of work. I'm good. So I use that to mark that I need to wash my costume, and then I used a Fox and Cactus pastel haired girl that's has a little duster and a bucket in her hand to mark that I needed to clean my bedroom, because y'all know me, I'm a messy person. It's not like a bad messy, it's like a I don't want to fold my clothes messy. That's the kind of messy that I am. And I currently right now I have a giant pile of laundry that's one is clean and it's giant, 2 loads worth of laundry, and then I have one that's dirty that needs to be washed, and it's all sitting on my room right now, and I'm like, I really need to clean this, but I really don't want to, because I hate folding laundry. It's literally one of my things that I absolutely hate, but yeah. Anyway, not important. Underneath that, I then used a trash icon from the kit to mark that I needed to take out the trash. Pretty normal when I clean my room. Also got to take out the trash. And then used a little emoji with like a puppy and a bone to mark playtime with the puppies. I love marking playtime with the puppies because I don't get to play with them all the time. It's only like every now and then, but when I do it, I get so happy because they get happy and it's just great. So yeah, playing with the puppies is like my favorite thing. Underneath that, I used a car icon from the kit to mark that I needed to get gas. And then finally at the bottom, I used a little quarter box and a like you got this like type munchkin to mark that I made it through my shift, which was one of the hardest things because I was still in a lot of pain and I was still like limping pretty good. And the location that I had to close required me to like bend down a lot and to like get up and down a lot. Because it like requires like tarps and locks and stuff like that. And my manager, she also has back problems, and she was like, "If you need me to help, I'll help." And I was like, "No, I'm good. Like you got your own problems." But I think it was a pretty big accomplishment that I made it through my shift. I've actually never left in the middle of my shift before, so I made it my goal because I had to go back to work. I was like, I can't keep like not going to work. Like I need to go to work, and I made it my goal to make it through that shift. And it was a very difficult thing to do, especially because I had to stand like at like um it's not a meeting, but we have like kind of check-in type things with like other people, and I had to stand there for like 30 minutes, and oh my god, that was the most painful thing in my life, but we made it. We good. So yeah, that is everything for Saturday. Moving on to Sunday. So we have the work label down. I then used, oh, and I ripped this. Okay, so I used a fancy label from the kit, and then I used a sleep in sticker that is from Little Miss Paperie, and I accidentally ripped it when I was trying to take it off of my sheet, so you guys can see that I ripped it right there. And then I had to like piece it back together, which was a very difficult thing to do. I did it the best that I could. Also, none of this is, of course, on camera. But I accidentally ripped it when I like took it off of that little sticker sheet that I like lay all my stickers that I'm using on. So that was my fault, but you know, it happens. I was able to fix it for the most part. It's just not centered on the fancy label, but that's okay. I then used a little clock icon from the kit to mark that I had to submit a trade. Underneath that, I used a laptop and an edit foiled sticker from Magic Prince Co. To mark that I edited some videos. I then used a little Van Sticky Girl to mark that I needed to sweep the floor. And then I used a squared off box with a lolly and pop for the Oscars. I actually did not watch the Oscars, but they were on this day, and I did watch like some of it. Sorry, I got another text message. I feel like I'm like Doug. Um, oh. Sorry, I feel like I'm like Doug from Up, where it's like squirrel moments. Like, that's how I feel like I am right now. Anyway, with the Oscars, like, I wanted to mark it, even though I didn't actually watch it because I was at work. But I did like watch parts of it later on. So I decided to mark that anyway on that little like squared off box. And I couldn't figure out like what else I wanted to like write on there. So I literally just wrote Oscars because I was like, I don't know what else to write. So that was all I wrote. I then used a little emoji that's like covered in papers and stuff like that to mark a busy day at work. And that is everything for this plan with me. I did actually this time go back and I didn't film it, but I did use the little fangirling munchkin that comes with the kit in the sidebar in that little squared off box that I always put in my sidebar that I never fill out because I never exactly know what I want to put in there. In that one, I did put Walking Courage, which is what my tattoo is, which is that smaller thing that stands for a bigger quote. But yeah, I overall really like this like spread. I think it turned out really pretty, and I like the pinks on it. Honestly, my favorite box is probably the one with the boxes, like the box of flowers. Like, it's beautiful, and I love it. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me through all of this. I've been I'm gonna start flipping through the kit, and then I think my camera battery dies, so it's gonna be a little weird because like my camera battery dies and then like I drop it, and yeah, see. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I'm working on catching up on all of my plan with me's. I know it's kind of annoying to see the past plan with me's and to not be on the current ones, but We are getting there very slowly. I am very slowly catching up or trying to catch up as quickly as possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I do read all of your guys' comments. I'm not the best at responding back to them. I have been kind of responding to some of them, the ones that like have questions on them or anything like that, but I have been trying to respond back to them as much as possible. We're going to do a little wiggle. If you guys can see it, it's actually, it's not the best wiggle, but I mean, it works. But yeah, so that is everything for this plan with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!